Hi guys, I just remembered my dream from last night and I wanted to share it with my community. I remembered it this morning and I sent a voice text to my friend Dina, but I forgot to post it in my community, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to share it on TikTok and YouTube also. So I had so many dreams last night, but the first one was I was out in this field. It was almost like a military like an event, you know, when you would go to your kids' football games and there's like bleachers behind you and then a large field in front of you. It was the same sort of situation. But I was on the ground level and I was in sort of like a rectangular holding space, is what I kept hearing, holding tank or something. But it was all filled with glass, so I could see everything. And I remember I was looking up, it was like I was communicating with the counselor. I was like looking up and suddenly the sky went like when a TV would lose its signal, or things back in the old days when our TVs would go like, you know, and they would make that noise. That's what I saw. And then out of the blue, out of nowhere came this plane that looked like a C-1 that just came out of nowhere, the kind that holds and transports military and vehicles and soldiers and stuff like that. And then out of nowhere came like tanks, the ones that have like the shotguns on, or the whatever they're called, on the front. And there were so many of them, and like it literally came out of nowhere. So it was almost like like a portal or something. Something happened. Something just came out of nowhere. I just remember looking at it and thinking, what is happening? And then the next thing I remember, I was in sort of like a row house environment, like maybe in a smaller city. And I was inside the house. It wasn't outside the house. It was inside the house. And I was holding like this folder that I knew had family photos and documents and important things, but it was mostly, the sentiment was like, this is about my family. These are things about my family and important relics and photos. And I tilted the folder and they all fell out. And I was like, ah. But next thing I know, I was not inside the row house anymore. I was outside, and the photos and the documents fell all over the front stoop, the steps. And I wanted to go down and pick them up, but then I looked, and there were all these soldiers coming out of nowhere in rows, just walking, walking like nothing was getting in their way, like they were taking over. And I remember thinking, I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to lose. And so I took the chance to lean down and to grab them, and no one bothered me. I wasn't affected by it at all. And then the next thing I know, here comes my beloved. The next thing I know, I was like saying goodbye to family members, and one of them was said my contract is over, and my 5-year something is over. And so I thought it was important to share that with you now, because I think that things are changing really fast. And the message that I put out last night was talking about how March is the month that everything starts to unravel into the spring. So this felt like it was very much like the 2025 predictions and energy video that I channeled from the Great Council of Light. They talked about a sudden attack out of nowhere. Go and watch that. It's on my YouTube and my homepage, spirit-calling.com. But go check it out. And then I'm going to be sharing more updates and more visions and things like that in the next week. As March starts, I think that things are going to start kind of spinning up again. And I'll be sharing those with you. But follow this channel at Spirit Calling Pamela on my YouTube, Insta, and TikTok. And then also save this video, because there might be a time where you're like, what? I know I saw that message, and who was that person? And for those of you who are just finding me, save this and then follow the channel and then share it. Do share this, because the more people that, you know, are seeing these things and they're able to be prepared and not scared for things that are coming up, the better. That's what the Great Council wants us to do. So if you're looking for a community of people that are, you know, having conversations like this, or you're exploring your spirituality, or maybe you're having visions, or maybe you're having lots of dreams, we have a dream group inside of our community where we post different things that we're experiencing. And then we have conversations like this all the time. We're getting ready to go on one now, our Friday community gathering, where we all just kind of hang out and see what's going on. And somebody told me, they're like, I'm really looking forward to sharing my week. It's been a crazy week. So stay tuned. And don't forget, we have a 7-day free trial, so you can come and check it out. You could even come to one of our community gatherings and see if you like it. All right, so I'll be back later this week.